In 2025, the global economy crossed a threshold it cannot reverse. We spent years worrying that AI would steal our data or steal our jobs, but we missed the physical reality. AI isn't limited by code anymore. It's limited by electricity, and the world is already running out. Let's look at the math, because the numbers are terrifying. This year, AI data centers consumed more power than the entire nation of Australia. Next year, that number doubles. By 2030, AI won't just be part of the grid. It is projected to consume 1/5 of the world's total electricity supply. Imagine a new country appearing on the map overnight, demanding more energy than Germany, but producing nothing physical. That is the AI ecosystem today. Major tech companies saw this coming long before the public did. While you were arguing about chatbots, they were buying the infrastructure of modern civilization. Microsoft didn't just sign a contract. They paid to reopen the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant. Amazon purchased a nuclear-powered data center campus in Pennsylvania. Google is backing small modular reactors. They are quietly acquiring access to private energy grids, securing long-term utility contracts, and buying power plants. Why? Not for innovation, but for sovereignty. They know that in 2026, computing power is political power, and if the grid fails for you, it won't fail for them. Here is the hidden cost. Every new model demands exponentially more computation. GPT-2 needed a neighborhood worth of power. GPT-3 needed a small town. GPT-4 operated like a power-hungry district. And now GPT-5? Reasoning models on this scale draw as much energy as entire cities of data centers working in sync. Not because of some sci-fi exaggeration, but because these systems never sleep. They run millions of parallel processes, non-stop. While you watch this video, thousands of H100s and B200s are burning electricity just to keep ChatGPT-5 and its reasoning systems online. Cooling, power, redundancy, backup systems, it all adds up. But who pays for the grid strain? Not the companies pushing these models forward. You do. Your home, your business, your monthly bill. Regulators worldwide are already warning about load pressure and peak instability. Your electricity bill is becoming a silent subsidy for Silicon Valley's ambition. Behind closed doors, this is the new oil war. China is building more power infrastructure in 5 years than Europe plans in 30. The US is fast-tracking nuclear approvals that usually take decades. Why the rush? Because whoever controls the electricity controls the compute. And whoever controls the compute dominates the global economy for the next century.
We are moving from a petrodollar to an electrodollar. And right now, the supply cannot meet the demand.
This isn't just about stock prices. It's about physical reality. When AI demands priority power, essential services get pushed to the back of the line. We are facing a future of rolling blackouts, disguised as maintenance. Higher product prices because manufacturing energy costs more. Slower public infrastructure. The grid is the heartbeat of society, and it is developing arrhythmia. So, is it hopeless? No. But the era of relying blindly on the grid is over. You need to shift your mindset from consumer to producer. 1. Decentralize. Reduce dependency. Small-scale solar and battery backups are no longer green luxuries for the rich. They are insurance policies for the smart. 2. Diversify. Energy inflation hits the poorest hardest. You need income streams that aren't tied to local manufacturing wages. 3rd, adapt. Learn the tools. If electricity determines which jobs live or die, you must be in the seat of the pilot, not the passenger. The truth is uncomfortable, and that is why almost no one talks about it. For the last 20 years, we've built our entire civilization on an assumption that the grid would always scale to our ambitions. But electricity is not infinite, it is not free, and it does not bend to hype cycles or investor optimism. It follows physics, not promises. For the first time in history, technology is growing faster than the infrastructure required to support it. That gap is widening every month, and in that gap, entire economies can collapse. We like to imagine that progress is linear, but it never has been. Progress accelerates, then snaps. It grows, then fractures. Every leap forward in human capability has come with a cost that only becomes visible in hindsight. What we are living through now is no different.
AI is not an evolution of the digital world. It is a transformation of the physical one. And the physical world is struggling to keep up.
The truth is that power grids were already aging. Utility companies were already warning about shortages. Governments were already years behind on modernization. AI didn't create the crisis. It simply magnified what was already breaking. And here's the part no one wants to admit.
This revolution will not be defined by intelligence, but by imbalance. An imbalance between the energy we need and the energy we can supply. An imbalance between the speed of innovation and the speed of regulation. An imbalance between the companies that can afford infinite power and the societies that cannot.
The world is splitting into two paths. One where nations build, invest, and adapt fast enough to survive the next decade, and one where they fall behind and never catch up again. This divide will not be ideological. It will not be political. It will be electrical. And for individuals, the truth is even sharper. The future will not reward people who wait for stability to return. Stability is not coming back, not in the way we remember it. The world that felt predictable was built on cheap energy and unlimited access. That world is gone. What replaces it is a reality where personal resilience matters more than personal plans. Where your ability to adapt becomes more important than your degree, your job title, or your experience. Where the people who learn new tools survive, and the people who cling to old systems get left behind. The truth is simple, even if it is hard to accept. AI is not the threat. Dependence is. Dependence on a grid that cannot handle the load. Dependence on jobs that rely on stable power. Dependence on companies that do not need as many workers as before. Dependence on a system that was already at its limit long before AI arrived. If you understand that, you understand the real message of this moment in history. The future is not waiting, it is accelerating. And the people who recognize the truth early will be the ones who shape what comes next.